quality standards.
After the bean machines, such as the one on the left, combine the various types of beans in just the right proportions to maintain the tender Hershey taste. The beans are then roasted in large revolving roasters. Currents of heated air pass over the beans, developing the full flavor. Separates the shell from the center of the cocoa bean, called a nib, which is the part of
it breaks them up.
The nibs are now ready to begin the milling process. Of course,
it's called chocolate liquor.
Next, this large press is used to extract the cocoa butter from the chocolate liquor. This cocoa butter is added back later on in precise amounts to make different kinds of chocolate. The remaining large cakes of solid cocoa are ground
solid cocoa
used in making other Hershey products.
You folks are probably know
It looks like that. I thought that was
it does, and there's a
making high-quality milk chocolate requires precise mixing of milk and sugar. These are carefully combined in large tanks like these on your right, and then piped ahead to be blended together in beans.
There they are, blended together. You're taking the ride.
This is the central blending operation, the heart of Hershey's chocolate making process. Here, milk, sugar, and chocolate liquor are brought together and mixed in just the right proportions to create the special Hershey taste.
See in the middle,
the blending of these ingredients is carefully monitored, and the result of the process is a mixture known as chocolate crumb. The chocolate crumb is conveyed next to a dryer, such as seen on your left. The drying process removes excess moisture, which improves the consistency of the chocolate crumb. The mixer on your right is used to add cocoa butter into the mixture, which transforms it.
On your left is a series of roll refining machines. The refining process rolls and grinds the chocolate until it reaches a uniform, smooth texture and consistency. Next, as seen on your left, the chocolate is further refined by a unique process called conching. Those heavy granite rollers refine the chocolate for several hours until it reaches a silky texture.
Yeah, look at that, stirring it all. Yeah, it's stirring it all up.
And these machines supply production
yummy
with over 1 million pounds of chocolate paste per day.
As you can see, almonds are harvested in a very unique way. Hershey is the largest user of almonds in the world, and the almonds used in Hershey products are all grown in California. Once shipped to the Hershey factory, they are roasted to deep flavor in a special roaster like the one seen here on your right.
The molding line on your right is producing Hershey's milk chocolate with almonds. First, the almonds are placed in the molds, then chocolate paste is deposited. To remove air bubbles and evenly distribute the chocolate, the molds take a bumpy, vibrating ride on the way to the cooling time. And as soon as the bars are cool, they are moved.
So there they are.
Dropping a precise amount of chocolate on a moving steel dish and quickly cooling to form the famous Hershey Kiss shape that has delighted our customers since 1907. That's a lot of kisses.
It dropped them all.
Over 70 million kiss shapes products there.
Yeah, you're right.
Here you see the
I see. It squirts them out.
Each product is individually wrapped. And by that includes
and then they all go down here and they're wrapped up.
Are they actually making?
There's the family. Hershey's Chocolate World.
On the monitor, you'll see that this is the needle that injects the ink in your markers. It injects 3.5 grams of ink into each marker that goes by. And this is enough ink to draw a straight line for 100 yards, about the length of a football field. Since everybody has to write with their marker, the next thing that they receive is this felt-like tip, otherwise known as a nib. It's just inserted into the front of your marker just like this. And then the last thing that they receive is a cap. And how many people in my audience take the cap of their marker off with their mouth? I'm sure there must be somebody out there that does this. Looks like I might have a few brave souls out there. Well, you really could do this, but we know that people do. So we've redesigned our marker caps, and now air can pass through them. So if anybody should ever happen to swallow one of these, now they can still breathe. However, I would really recommend that nobody ever actually try this, because I'm sure it doesn't feel all that great to have a marker cap in your throat. Now, in case you're wondering that this will dry your marker faster, it won't. As long as when you're done with it, you just press the cap and let it snap on tight. This creates an airtight seal. This way, when you want to use your marker can, it'll be ready to go. Now, I'm just going to go to the back of my machine real quick and grab a few fresh markers off of the end, and then I'll show you the next part of the process.
Pouring the wax in the mold.
Now the extra wax goes back in the kettle, and I have to do one more thing to this table. One more thing I have to do, and it's push this green button. Now what that green button does, beneath this table there's pipes. Once I push that button, cold water starts going through the pipes. It's a cool water system. So in about 7 to 10 minutes, this hot wax on this table will cool off, and 1,200 red sticks will be ready to go. Now the Crayola factory is 7 miles from here. Now that's the factory that produces all the Crayola products from North America. At that factory, we only have 6 of these tables. Now we couldn't just survive with 6 of them for all North America. The reason why we only have 6 of these tables is, at the factory, this particular table is used for a specialty crayon, or for a crayon that we're going to make for a short period of time. And they use both sides. Our regular colors are put on rotary motors. They're automated. They do a lot more in a lot less time than the machine I use here today. Now with this stick, the only thing it's missing is good. The only thing it's missing is a label. So at the factory, after you take all the bad ones out of that batch, the good sticks get moved on to step 2. Step 2 is a labeling machine, and I'll show you how that works. And the first time I actually accompanied me, they did it in the wintertime. That was a way of income. Now we look for our families, label crayon for us. We did not call them by their last name. Put the mommies and daddies and the kids there for 8 hours a day. Today, I'm going to let you be the rep for my family and wrap some for me. And first, I'm going to start with one of the little ones. So hold your hand up. And I want you to wrap these things for me. Wrap them around.
So we're all in here doing clay stuff. Kelly's making a fabulous starfish. Very pretty. Nathan's got a snake going on here. One fancy snake. And Rachel, what are you making, Rachel?
I don't know yet.
There was a snake a second ago when I first started filming. Now it's not. Andrew's rolling it out. And I'm starting a starfish. Got a big, outside is the town fair day. Arts and crafts and everything going on in the town, bands. Here's Mommy and Nathan, and Andrew's pushing his boat, walking behind it.
See your paddling, honey? Oh, yeah.
They're across the river.
Over there.
The Snake River here at Sunrise Resort.
Are snakes in this river?
No, that's just a name, because it looks like a snake. It goes back and forth. See, but it's a tidal river, and right now it's that middle tide.
It is, Mom.
one way.
But my Andrew's pushing his.
I don't know. Here's Anthony's and Christina and Kevin.
What? How I'll go.
There's Art down that way. So there's our cabin down that way, Uncle Art's. And because there's our car, so our cabin. And then up on Dee Dee's cabin. And then comes the Cochrans. Say hi. There's the whole group all rafted up. There's Kelly. Andrew and Rachel are in that one. And Nathan's hanging at the back of Kelly's.
When I used to drive out here and didn't have air conditioning, I had a band.
To turn around and face us in the back. All the kids, turn around. Hey, come on, how about a nice stand for them there?
Yeah, teenagers.
And if you guys are talking, I can't talk over you because this is as loud as my voice gets, okay? So my name is Firewalker, and I'm from the Micmac Nation. Micmac, M-A-C, and Micmac people used to live all the way from the Northern Territories all the way down to Long Island. But a long time ago, about 300 years ago, a bunch of people came over and they called themselves Pilgrims. And they landed out down here in Cape Cod, and the Wampanoags had a big dinner for them. They called it Thanksgiving. And those Pilgrim people, well, they enjoyed the dinner so much, they called their friends and families and stuff. They all came over, and before you know it, the neighborhood was gone. It was terrible. Shopping malls and strip malls. So we moved farther north. Now, if you want to find us, you find us along Upper Maine, the Canadian Maritimes, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Labrador, Newfoundland, Iceland, and Greenland. That's where we are now. So there are 5 types of Indians. When people think of Indians, they always think of Indians riding the prairie on horses, the Lakota people. Or they think of the desert Indians. There are Indians that live in the deserts out west. There are Indians that live on the prairies. And there's 3 other groups. Who wants to guess what the 3 other groups are? There's desert and prairie Indians. What are the other ones?
American Indians.
Well, that's true, but there's 3 groups that are called something. Who wants to guess what they think they're called? What?
Native.
Yeah, we're all native. That's good. Very good. The other 3 groups are the Indians that live in the forest. They're called forest Indians. Then there are Indians, which is what I am, which is an ice Indian. I live in the north. My people come from the north, so we're North Atlantic ice Indians. And well, there's a 5th group of Indians. Most people forget what they are. And they're tropical Indians. The ones who live in Florida and Louisiana, Hawaii, and Mexico and South America. Those are tropical Indians. You want flowers on you or stars? Remember, there's another guy here. Big guy. This is a big, strong guy. Big, strong guy. Yes, big, strong guy. Big, strong guy. Now, in the Cree people, in the northern people, we have a special person called Plus Cape. Plus Cape is a very big person. Plus Cape is a giant. Plus Cape was walking through the forest. People who are mothers and fathers will understand this. Izzy Bun's running through the woods, giggling and laughing. Plus Cape heard this. Plus Cape said, Izzy Bun, what are you doing? Izzy Bun said, oh, nothing. I'm doing nothing. Nothing at all. Just running through the woods. And Goose Cape said, I think you're up to something. Well, after a minute, he heard the 2 grandfathers fighting and arguing. Izzy Bun, what did you do? What did you do, raccoon? Izzy Bun said, oh, nothing. I didn't do nothing. And all you parents heard that one? You didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Well, Bruce Cappy took Izzy Bun back to where the grandfathers were. And guess what? He found out the story about how Izzy Bun was tricking the grandfathers. Izzy Bun, the raccoon, got a very special present, the Great Spirit. See, the Great Spirit who lives up in the sky, God, sees everything all the time. The Great Spirit, Bruce Cappy, the wonderful giant, told the Great Spirit Izzy Bun was being a real trickster. The Great Spirit noticed that. Well, a lesson was learned. Now the lesson is this, because Izzy Bun was tricking the 2 blind grandfathers. Izzy Bun is a trickster. Izzy Bun has to only eat food at nighttime, just like the blind grandfathers have to be in the dark. Izzy Bun has to be in the dark at nighttime too, because Izzy Bun's a trickster. Izzy Bun has that big black stripes in his tail and big black face to say that he's a trickster. That's the story about Izzy Bun, the trickster. You guys like that story?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong thing. All right, I'm gonna do it again. There's Christina. Demonstration on how to pull the whaling boat up by using pulleys. It makes the load a lot lighter. Yeah, the guys climbed up no problem. Let's see if this girl actually does. Did pretty good. the blubber room here, where they bring the blubber down from the hold right above probably, and they lay it out in big long strips. Here we're in the hold of the ship now. We have a lot of bricks down here for ballast. Here's Mommy and Rachel. I was looking toward the back, you can see all the old boards. The timbers on the side here that are cut from the knees of trees to support. The wood naturally curves. Here's another picture of a tree knee. It's nice and strong.
Well, here, let me show you. Bill, we're gonna need some help here. Could you get me 2 assistants, please? Sure. We're gonna need to walk way down there by that cannon.
Nathan's helping show how big a whale is.
Great, all right.
He wants to know where his room is.
And the sailors laughed heartily.
You'll be bunking in the forecastle with the rest of the hands.
But there's more than 20 of us. All living in one room. Ew, with no windows, with no privacy. For 3 or 4 years, sir.
What's the matter, boy? You shy?
And the sailors laughed heartily. Whaling men could be a salty lot, and between whales they had plenty of time to amuse themselves with stories and songs.
I remember this one gal I met down in New Zealand. Why, she was blah, 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 blah.
And the sailors laughed
Censored.
heartily.
Means he can't say those words.
The sailors enjoyed playing tricks on the green hands. A common custom was to have old Neptune appear when the ship crossed the equator for the first time.
Come on, Lance. Help me put on this costume. Let's sit right up here.
Okay.
Yes, very good, very good. Now,
Rachel's the rain. She's gonna wave the rain stick.
Big and loud. Great, all right. I'm
He's
gonna have
the
you stand over there in that corner of the stage.
thunder and
Wait for that
lightning.
storm to begin. But out at sea, we also have waves. Huge, crashing, tumbling waves that threaten to wash the whole ship under. So I'm going to need a few people to raise their hands to be waves. Anyone out there? How about you way back there in the blue shirt? Come on up. And how about, did you want to come up and be a wave? In the green shirt? Come on up. And I need a couple more people. We need a really big storm here. As many people as we can get. Raise your hands up really big so I can see
You can do
any
it
more
again.
waves. Any more waves? The ocean would be.
Nathan's a wave.
Ooh, that rain. Let's hear some wind, audience. And let's see those waves. This particular storm was fierce. The whole crew was rocked back and forth. The green hands were overcome by seasickness. They went to the rail, leaned over, and as they say at sea, fed the fishes. The storm got worse and worse. The waves were so big, the green hands screamed. The rain and wind were so strong, the experienced hands screamed. The thunder and lightning was so powerful, the audience screamed. All seemed hopeless. The sailors in the green hands fell to the deck in terror. And the ship would have been lost if not for the courage of the fearless Julie, who held the wheel fast, never leaving her post. She held on as the towering waves washed over her. She held on as the thunder crashed in her ears. She held on as the rain and the wind raged about her. Finally, the storm began to let up and went quietly back to its seat.
It's going to be more taut, whereas on the leeward side, the rig isn't going to be as tight, and it's going to be flopping around, and if you were to climb on it, its tendency would want to actually throw you off of the rig. When they climb holding up the vertical parts of the standing rigging. Those are known as shrouds, and not to the horizontal pieces that are known as rat lines or ratlins. The reason why you don't put your hands on the same type of thing that you put your feet is because those ratlins will break. If your hands are on something other than what your feet are, you're in much better shape. You might, be in for a little surprise. You might stumble a little bit, but if your hands are on those shrouds, you can always support your own weight with your hands. Now, as you saw them climb sort of backwards. Those were the buttock shrouds, like a backwards ladder. Then up over the platform that was known as the top, and then out. They're laid out onto the yard, and they're standing on black ropes hang from the yard known as foot ropes. Now because of the wind, we can't actually set sail, but were they actually to be up there, you can see how they're kicking their feet back behind them slightly, and they're leading right into the yard. This enables them to work with both hands free. Now, if you're setting the sail, what they would want to do is uncoil that gasket that's spiraled around that line, that's spiraled around both the yard and the sail.
We'll watch how you guys get the roof down, okay? Once you get down, you can.
What did she say? She'll be back? Hey, Daddy's coming. Daddy, the lunch is that one. She's feeding them.
This is a shipwreck boat here. They just shot the rope out, and now they're pulling up a heavier rescue rope from the rescue cart over there. All the rope on it. Okay, he signaled. Now these people are pulling the heavier ropes up. Went really tight.
Tie a knot in the back, which is called the anchor knot. We actually call it the death knot sometimes because if it gave out. But it's covered in the anchor knot. And now we're going to be lifting up a series of what are called shoelaces, which are like any of you who may remember back to the old days when people actually had clotheslines. They were used to keep clotheslines up in the middle so that the line doesn't shake down. And so that's what's happening here. So we want to also insulate it. Now we're going to test it. Cameron's going to put his weight on it and put a real jerk on it so that if it's going to come down, we'd rather have it come down at this point. Now we're pulling it up. We get up to the first one. The next person will stick their legs right into it. All the way down. Go down.
Let's get through the rope.
Okay, we come.
Okay, call your name. And you come right up and see Santa and shake his hand, okay? Marco! Marco!
Okay.
Okay, all right, Andrew. Yay, Rachel! Sunglasses. Let's see, put them on, Rachel. And then show me.
Wow, they're beautiful.
All right, put them on. Let me see you. And look at me. Ooh, I like them, Rachel. It's Andrew riding a big bike. Kelly. In the distance is Kevin, Denise, and Bob. There's Art's back of his head. And here's a shot of the point. Bunch of flies up here, yep. Looking down the Snake River towards the Connecticut River. Salmon? Oh, this is Salmon River. Looking towards Connecticut.
You probably don't want to be sitting right there because we have no sort of aim whatsoever on this one. So.
Back in the shade. So just be ready to
Here comes Bob's. Ooh.
that was good, nice.
Let's see this form. Ooh. Heard the clang. Do it left-handed, you're better left-handed. Oh! Comes Uncle Art. I don't know yet. Ooh. Uncle Art's fly straight in there. I don't know how he does that. There's Mommy and Rachel, all in their bathing suits. There's the gang sitting around watching horseshoes in the shade. There's Andrew throwing. Oh man, almost. And I didn't know you could throw it that far. And Nathan got a little tired of playing horseshoes. Here's the kids area. Andrew, Nathan, and Rachel are hanging out in here right now. And there's Mommy catching some rays. Got a little clubhouse back there where they had some artwork. There's always lifeguard on duty. Got a big old climbing area. Another one over here. Bunch of little clubhouses. And the sandbox back there in the fence. It's a nice little area for them. Supervised. Rachel was scaring the lifeguards in the big pool. They didn't think she could really go off the diving board, but she did.
Did you get that ringer I threw in the
No, you have to do it again. Oh, there's Christina. Oh, nice serve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're the man.
There's Denise serving. Ooh, Christina got it. Robbie, Kevin, to Robbie. Oh, good.
Right time, you can still see the American LaFrance trucks and things like that being put together. It was used in Rocky Hill, Connecticut for 26 years. When in 1976, Greg Nathan bought it and brought it
Nathan.
here. Guess why?
Why?
To water the grass. How's that? And now we just use it for fire engine rides. Now, if you're a child, you have to get all the way in the back and sit down with your butt.
2, 3, go!
Yeah, Michael.
Okay, little hint, we have to make it loud enough so that Larry can hear us over the sound of the truck. If Larry can hear us, then he makes the truck make the siren noise, okay? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Every time I ask for it, we have to do it nice and loud, okay, guys? And that way we'll make the siren make the noise.
People thinking of that, I'm so happy. Rachel, is this fun? Yeah.
Now that the truck made the noise, it's our turn, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Arcade, weight room, and hot tubs. Yeah. No? Going off the diving board?
Robbie.
Oh, Robbie.
Kevin's just gonna die. Off the side.
There he goes.
Kevin just falls and Robbie steps in.
No.
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah.
Maybe Kristen.
All right, go, Andrew. Flip.
Whoa! Daddy.
I've always wanted to walk that.
Yeah, I guess so. Here we are under the water. Here's the deep end of the pool, and we should have somebody going underwater soon. I bet you Nathan's the first one to go under there. I see somebody's feet. Oh, where'd they go? They disappeared. There's Nathan.
Alright, get your shirt off.
What do you mean?
There's Nathan.
Ready?
There's Nathan over there. I saw Rachel's toes over here. There's Nathan over there again.
No, go ahead. Leave those on. We'll get those.
There's Rachel's toes up there. She can't dive down, but we can see her toes. There's Nathan swimming by.
He's acting like he can see us. The bar was underneath and you could watch.
There's Andrew out there. I don't know if I can.
Nathan, you must tell me.
That's Andrew. See Andrew's toes.
Dad, did you get me a lot?
Yes, I did, Nathan. You're in there a lot. See Andrew's legs.
I bet you go in there.
Tell Rachel to swim out from the side a little bit. Where are you going? Where's he? Oh, he's up there again. There's Andrew, underwater. Rachel, she can't quite get her head that far under. This doesn't. That's Nathan. There's Andrew. Rachel.
Oh, me.
There's Andrew. Oh, I missed it. There's Andrew. That's a good picture of him underwater.
You know what? We have to go fishing. After dinner, and we'll be right there. Yeah. So,
Our piece neat horse. Hey.
it is fabulous.
Did you even know that?
Sissy comes down the middle. You gotta be quick with her.
So they started talking about it.
There's Nathan. Oh, there's Andrew swimming upside down. Look at all the bubbles.
Hey. Maybe it's because
I missed it here. I forgot her.
There's Nathan's bottom.
There's Rachel. See Rachel swimming up there. Yeah.
Here we are, under the ground. Walking back through the water. Here's a facility. All these paintings on the walls. And 3 portholes. Ooh, scary octopus. More paintings of rocks and seaweed. And here's the diver. Seahorse. Looking across the way.